What's up, people? It's the Ren Dog Extreme. Came by to talk about what happened on Monday Night Raw. What happened was in the beginning of Monday Night Raw was the Nexus. Opening night was the Nexus coming in to apologize to what they did to McMahon and the Legends. So they had an explanation. So it turned out after they attacked the Legends and the chairman of the company, Mr. McMahon, it turned out they were banned from having their titles for 3 months and their suspension from touching any Raw superstar or superstar touching Nexus was lifted. So it started off when John Cena came walking down the ring ready to fight them. Every other superstar in the locker room, like 7 of them, came aside, and then the Hart Dynasty, Evan Bourne, Morrison, Randy Orton came down, and then John Cena alongside. Then it turned out Sheamus, Usos, Edge, Jericho, and Ted DiBiase came down, Usos, and then they came down, which were the heels, to attack John Cena and his alliance. So it turned out the people that attacked John Cena, the rest of the group, they didn't like John Cena and their group, so it turned out it was their rivals that attacked them, and apparently they were probably pleased with the Nexus attacking John Cena, and John Cena getting brutally beat down, because he's the main one that's getting brutally beat down and stuff, so restaurant quality and stuff. But the craziest thing with that was it turned out they were assigned to a match. So it started off the first night with John Morrison in his match against Ted DiBiase. The match turned out good. It turned out Ted DiBiase was accompanied by Maurice, as Maurice is Ted DiBiase's new valet. And then halfway through the match, John Morrison had almost most of the upper hand, and Ted DiBiase did very well in the match. It turned out it was kind of back and forth, but then it turned out at the end, Maurice got involved in the match, with Ted DiBiase gaining the upper hand of John Morrison nailing the thumb to the eye. John Morrison nailing the thumb to the eye, and then it turned out John Morrison kept counting the dream streak after 2 tries of Ted DiBiase, and then it turned out at the end Ted DiBiase nailed the dream streak, and it turned out it was a 3 count. So 1, 2, 3. Ted DiBiase wins, and I think I kind of expected DiBiase to win because now it could boost up more of his character with Ted DiBiase and his storyline character, with Ted DiBiase willing to build more of his character with Maurice, because I know with Virgil it didn't really do as much, but I didn't like how Virgil ended up leaving after getting embarrassed a week ago. So, to be honest, that was just terrible. So with the next match, R-Truth and The Miz, The Miz came out rapping, R-Truth just laughed, and then after The Miz said, "I'm The Miz," I knew a mile away he was going to struck R-Truth with the mic. I saw it coming. He was going to cheap shot him, but I didn't know R-Truth was going to get brutally beaten, and then he was going to be out of the Money in the Bank. So I think R-Truth may be sniffing some revenge right now, maybe sometime a week or weeks later, so I'll see what happens. And then it turned out The Miz struck him with the mic. I knew that was going to happen, and he was going to get brutally beaten, but what a tragic night, and I have to say that was a little bit much. And he said the truth hurts, and I was kind of expecting something like that to happen, but just not like this. But, the truth hurts, and it's very ironic. But that was a little bit tragic. We'll see what more The Miz can do besides holding the United States as a prop. But furthermore of what happened was the match with Jericho, Edge interviewing Chris Jericho on Cutting Edge. And it turned out it was also going to interview Evan Bourne, but it turned out it was just Chris Jericho and Edge confronting each other. And it turned out it's interesting now 2 heels are feuding each other, as Edge is now a heel, almost similar to Chris Jericho, who is also a heel. And it's just like Christian Matt Hardy, who are faces, except they had a feud who's going to win Money in the Bank, and that's what it turned out. But it turned out that Edge and Chris Jericho said he will not touch. He bashed Edge for being a Chris Jericho wannabe because he has a talk show. He won a world title. He has shoulder-length hair. And I don't know about his personality and stuff, but And then Chris Jericho said he will never touch World Style. Do you understand me? That's when they began fighting. And then when Edge was about to spear Chris Jericho, Evan Bourne Chris Jericho somehow countered. Did the Walls of Jericho. That's when Evan Bourne get involved. Both Edge and Chris Jericho were chasing Evan Bourne, and I think that was interesting. It would be interesting if Evan Bourne faces Edge and Chris Jericho in a handicap match, because that was just funny. entertaining high flyer, and I think this is the type of superstars that are really boosting up Monday Night Raw. Evan Bourne may be a future main eventer. He could be a future Rey Mysterio. That's what I'm thinking, but we'll see how much he could really build on his personality and stuff like that. But furthermore of what happened that night, furthermore of what happened that night, it was the Anonymous GM got a message saying, "Oh, who wants to see Randy Orton and Evan Bourne against Edge and Chris Jericho? Give me a hell yeah!" Everybody says hell yeah, and it turned out, do you think it's Stone Cold Steve Austin? Many people thought Stone Cold Steve Austin could be someone else. You try to get peace, and it's like you hear like different messages. It's like, I don't know if it'll be Stone Cold. It's like Stone Cold's trying to get a new personality, and then he tried to shake hands and get peace. But I think that's, I don't know, maybe Stone Cold, but we'll just find out and let's the mystery continue. But furthermore, what happens, for what else happened was that night, other matches that went on was it was Jericho, everyone. Oh, Alicia Fox and Eve Torres. Alicia Fox against Eve Torres. The match was a little bit interesting. It turned out Alicia Fox was backstage after Josh Matthews interviewed the Usos, guessing who Jimmy and who Jay is. He got the bet, and they were just chatting around, making bets. He won't guess who Jimmy Jay was, and they got the bet. And after those three left, Alicia Fox showed up the next minute, and it turned out Alicia Fox was complaining on why don't he get interviewed, and she tried to answer the question Josh Matthews should ask, and then it wasn't a fluke, but it turned out Alicia Fox being a new Divas Championship, I think now it's a big push on her, and with Maurice not winning Divas Championship, it turned out Maurice is now current manager of Ted DiBiase, and I think now with Alicia Fox and Eve feuding, it's still weird. Eve is still in the same title hunt. It would be interesting if Gail Kim goes in the feud against Alicia Fox, and then Eve goes in another feud against Jillian, or I don't know if the Bell Twins, but it will be kind of interesting. But I want to see like Gail Kim now in the same title hunt, and I think it will be a little bit interesting, I have to say. But the match was interesting. Alicia Fox faked her knee injury halfway through the match when Eve had the upper hand. But it turned out she wanted to continue. She didn't want to stop the match and then just walk out. Referee tried to hold her back, but Eve wanted to attack. And it turned out Alicia Fox cheap shotted with the knee shot to the chest, and then nailing her finishing move, the scissors kick like Booker T. And it turned out it was 1, 2, 3. And then the match was over from there. So, yep. So after that, kind of after that night, it turned out John Cena and Wade Barrett's truth was came along the way. John Cena was about to shake hands and call a truce to Wade Barrett, and then it turned out John Cena would just fake the handshake. I probably talked about that on the first Nexus, but I think my thoughts of Cena facing 7 Nexus in a handicap match, I think the match is going to turn out very interesting, and I think with Hart Dynasty and the Usos in the tag match, it's going to be interesting now the tag team's on the line. It's not just any average Joe match, and I think that's what's going to make it interesting. So, other than Money in the Bank matches, there's going to be a lot of title matches going along the way, and I think that's what's going to make it more interesting. And I think SmackDown needs tag teams. It's like, the only tag team so far is Straight Society, but they're feuding with Kane. And Divas have Late Cool, and Raw has a lot of singles competitors. I think SmackDown, the Superstar class, they only have a lot of singles competitors. So I think the tag team's like starting to fizzle out a little bit, but I think they put more tag teams in. The Hart Dynasty Usos feud will fade out, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. So I think Monday Night Raw was good. It was a little bit interesting, a little bit spiced up. Divas match was short, sweet, and I think it was good. And a lot more thorough than I thought. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and did announce the truths on my other video. But it was Ronaldo Extreme signing out, man. Peace.